My name is Josephine Crawford and I'm the author and the owner of the website How to Control Diabetes with Diet. Today we're going to be looking at some top spices for diabetics, and we're going to be focusing on 6: cinnamon, garlic, cumin, ginger, turmeric, and fenugreek. Let us now turn our attention to the very first one of my favorite, cinnamon. I use a lot of cinnamon for function, taste, and versatility. Function in that it effectively lowers my blood sugar over a period of time. I love the taste of cinnamon, like in my bullet coffee. It's versatile, so I use it in coffee, I use it in smoothie, and I use it in pork and other meats. I absolutely love cinnamon on jerk pork. Garlic is one of those gifts from nature that really don't cost us too much, but guess what? It is super effective, and so it's my go-to spice. I use garlic to season like my vegetables when I saute that with some butter and other seasonings like scallion and scotch bonnet pepper and tomatoes. It's just a wonderful addition to any vegetable that I'm cooking. I find that I don't come down with flu or colds on a regular basis. Hardly ever. I can't tell when was the last day I got sick that kind of way. And I know it has to do with garlic and also other lifestyle changes. I must, however, admit that garlic seemed to be more effective on my blood pressure than my blood sugar. I tell you the truth, I wouldn't have to be on medication if it was just a blood pressure situation, because my blood pressure responds more to the changes I've made than being diagnosed with diabetes. Diabetes is ticklish because you really have to control that carb intake, and some days I don't do as well as other days, but garlic really helps me to keep things in control. Cumin is one spice that I absolutely hated when I just started reading about it and experimenting. I really hated cumin. However, over time, once I started to see the effect it had on my blood sugar, which was really good, I could see the numbers going down like within 2-3 weeks. If I use cumin like for a month, it's just fantastic how little medication I have to take. Then of course I started to acquire the taste for cumin the longer I used it. I read something online about cumin in coffee and I almost puked when I read it, but I also did some other research and found out that it can be very effective in lowering your blood sugar, and so of course I started to use more cumin, and today I am happy that I did. So I'll tip a little cumin in my coffee, less cumin than I would like say the cinnamon, and it is one of those things that I honestly believe is helping to keep my sugar under control. Cumin, good for diabetics. Ginger is another spice that I really appreciate, and it is exceptionally good for lowering your blood sugar. I've been getting normal cholesterol readings. When I'm having digestive issues, feeling nauseous, I find that ginger is good, and it is particularly good for inflammation. Any arthritic pain will go once you are having ginger for an extended period of time. I have ginger as a hot beverage, like I said before. I like to grate it and sometimes include it with my vegetables. And I make a ginger beer sometimes. I do have a little sugar from time to time, so I'll do my ginger beer with just a little bit of sugar. And so ginger really is a must, I believe, for diabetics to have in their refrigerators and in their refrigerators. In the pantries, you may want to buy the powdered form. I sometimes buy the powdered form as well. Turmeric has just been a God-given spice for me. I now use turmeric as my curry, so I don't purchase curry anymore. I buy the powdered form of the turmeric because that's easier to, I see that's more readily available. When I do see the root, I purchase the root as well. So I use turmeric as a hot beverage. It's excellent as a hot beverage mixed with apple cider vinegar. You're feeling pain that you're not so sure where that pain is coming from this morning, a cramp, it may be arthritic. And once I have some turmeric and some apple cider vinegar with that, I find that I'm better able to go through the day. Of course, turmeric is excellent for diabetes. Bear in mind also that diabetics tend to be at risk for heart disease, and so again this is a win-win, and you will see the list of other things that turmeric is good for, but trust me when I tell you this is only a piece of this story. Alright, I'm sure you noticed that the 5 herbs or spices rather that we just looked at, all 5 of them are good where diabetes is concerned in terms of lowering our blood glucose, and that is why we need to, at least in my case, I exercise caution all the time, and so I don't do anything all the time, to be honest with you. So I may have ginger tea for 2 weeks, and then another 2 weeks I may have fenugreek. I also try not to I don't mix them per se, so I wouldn't have ginger tea now in the morning and then I have fenugreek in the afternoon. I personally don't like to do that, because if I'm having any allergic reaction or just any medical issues, then it's going to be difficult for me to find what is causing my discomfort, and so I kind of like to keep them at bay. And even though it has been over 2 years that I'm doing this website and studying about diabetes and writing about it, I'm still experimenting. And so if I'm just having fenugreek for a time, then I can see the sort of effect that it is having on my body. So I just really need to just put that out there so that people are careful. So again, fenugreek tends to be one of those that are good for the production of insulin. It lowers our cholesterol. And I said this over and over again, where cholesterol and heart issues are concerned, that tends to be an issue with diabetics. And a lot of people like myself are probably diagnosed with diabetes because we have on too much weight, we're obese. And so if you look at it, fenugreek tends to be attacking a few of the issues, and so that's like using one stone to kill a few birds, So this is a real deal. This is, and we're probably ending with one of the strongest herbs, or spices rather, not herbs, strongest spice for diabetes. I find fenugreek to be very effective. I like having the tea. It took me some time to like it, but I'm okay with it now. Alright, so we looked so far in this video, we looked at 6 spices. We looked at cinnamon, garlic, cumin, ginger, turmeric, and we ended with fenugreek. Okay, so we're finally there. We're at the end of what has been a really lengthy video, but I wanted to add value. I wanted you to really see and hear from somebody who has been using the spices and having wonderful results. And it's not perfect results. I'm still on medication, but I take less, and I'm not keeling over from high numbers anymore, and I understand what's happening in my body, and I know what to do to repair certain issues that I'm having as it relates to diabetes. And so I really wanted you to get a full understanding of that. So allow me, Josephine here from How to Control Diabetes with Diet, saying thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying to the end of the video, and if you like it, please go below and say so, and please subscribe to our channel. Click on the link in the description, go to our website, read and make some comments. Feel free to also subscribe to our newsletters where you'll receive updates. Again, thank you.